This is 6 Lego base plates, which on it has nothing. But in today's video, I'm going to build Star Wars planets in Lego, combining them on this base plate that will make a galaxy from far, far away. Begin. Tatooine, home of the twin suns, aliens that keep me up at night, and Tuscans who are brutally massacred by this Jedi, which is the scene that I'm going to be building for the planet. I added these gray bricks onto the base plate, then added this tan base plate onto the gray brick to give it some high ground. Then I committed some illegal building techniques by adding some sand bricks under the sand base plate that added some spicy details to the build. Then for the recreation, I added a tent, a fireplace, a Tuscan who's gone into some strawberry jam, and then a Tuscan who's about to be beheaded by Anakin, making for a build that's very dark. The Mandalorian, you've probably heard of it because of this cute little green guy, but if you haven't, it's a TV show about a guy in a silver helmet that rides a silver ship but he does make some vacation spots to the planet Navarro, which is what I'm going to be building next. So I added a building which I used some unique advanced Lego building techniques, which thought to be pretty swag. And then I also did this illegal building technique, which isn't really illegal because I did connect it to a stud on the side of the building. Now that the building was added to the base plate, I added these flat bricks on both sides of the building to give some details, and then also a speeder and some Mandalorians who are chasing some stormtroopers that stole the Chick-fil-A from them. And then we are done with the build of Navarro. But wait. Nice. Mandalorians live on Mandalore, which has glass towers surrounded by dust. That's your history lesson. So I started to build one of those large glass tower things that looks like this, which can't even allow my Mandalorian to gain the high ground. Unless I just...
Hey, that's pretty good.
That's right, boyos. I'm going to be flipping the base plate to the side so that this glass tower can gain some more high ground than Anakin could have in the prequels. I also added this legal building technique, which added some bricks with holes in them and then connecting them to a flat plate that allowed minifigures to have a platform, which concludes Mandalore as being done. Clones. I like them. I love them. Let's build their home, which is Kamino. And I just have to say, this is probably the easiest planet that I've had to recreate. It's just plain on ocean, but wait. This clone is drowning and needs the high ground. So I added some pillar pieces along with the base plate on top so that the clone can gain the high ground. But that's not going to stop me from also adding a communications room with a roof, my clone boys, and then also these towers that have this weird round circular top. And they kind of look like something from Kamino, so that makes it work. And then also, there's some droids below trying to scale up and try to gain that high ground, but nah, the clone boys have the high ground. Alright, next up is Endor, which this honestly has some more simpler designs because I just added a couple tree builds and then just did some land terrain because it is a forest. And we also have these cute little teddy bears with pointy sticks that have just decapitated this one stormtrooper, and they're about to do the same to Lord Vader, which reminds me they might come to your house and decapitate you if you aren't subscribed, so please subscribe. Hoth. You probably heard of this planet from this really old movie that in my opinion is overrated, but if you haven't, it's the snow planet, which is what I built next, having it look flat as a pancake, but I spiced it up with layering these flat bricks to give some texture, a stormtrooper who's been cannibalized, and some snowtroopers chasing down this rebel that said they had no aim, which could be proven wrong with this one trooper going in for the kill. Alright boyos, it's time to strap in and complete the last planet, Coruscant. Since this is a city planet, I gave it the high ground by adding these large beam tower pieces for support, and why not commit an illegal building technique by adding these thin, long flat bricks that look as if they're part of a city, and now I can populate it with civilians, while also adding a dude on a speeder of some sort and some old guy selling death sticks. But now I'm gonna build part of the Senate building filled with tons of senators.
I am the Senate.
Well, I guess only one man can rule the Senate, so I'm gonna give him the ultimate high ground by making the tallest building by stacking up all these gray bricks, and now he's got the ultimate high ground where no one can reach him, which gives him the full power over all the galaxy. I guess the Senate has a new master. Fellas, we're finished with building tons of planets in Star Wars from the movies and TV shows, well, except for the stuff from the sequels, which I'll just build this graveyard of stormtroopers to never forget the dark times. And why not add Darth Vader's TIE fighter as well as this other weird spaceship that are flying over these planets as if they're in the galaxy? Which means we've now had something from each era of Star Wars. Comment below what's your favorite Star Wars planet, and I eat chicken, subscribe.